All right, all right, all right. What's going on with my eye? Oh, yeah, my allergies. I forgot. And I don't have my good glasses with me, so we'll have to go with these. Yeah, my allergies have been so bad. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. Yeah, half the reason why I wasn't here yesterday we didn't do the member show. I wish I could have had somebody fill in, but you know, it is what it is. That would be cool to have a fill-in host. I could that'd be interesting. Maybe I'll think about that. Cuz I am out like Johnny Carson, every now and then I need a, guest host. Well, it's Monday? It's Monday. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's President's Day. Well, George Washington's birthday. February 17th, 2025. How is everybody? Hope you had a good weekend. Mhm. Yeah, it's weird. No football. Not that I would have been able to watch it anyway. Yeah. Sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah. Can't help what happens with the health. That stuff hits me. I wake up and I got to sit there and wait 3 to 5 minutes to see if I'm going to be having a good day or a bad day. And then once everything sloshes around in my stomach, because I can hear it, we're good to go. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I'm tired of talking about me. Never get tired of talking about me. Who we kidding? I do want to talk about how the news it gets distributed. I know this is really silly. I'm trying to think of a way. Well, why does fake news exist? I remember in the old days when there were only 3 channels in PBS and the UHF channel or VHF channel, sorry. And UHF, depending if you had the antennae. I had rabbit ears for my, that's right, black and white TV, which was a Bell and Howell TV. Yeah. But we used to get the news and it seemed legit. I mean, we had no way to verify anyway. But it's out of control. It's here. It's always been in ufology. Always, always, always. It has. It's never, ever been devoid of ill will, bad intent, fake stories, fake news, all that stuff. So I do want to talk a little bit about, well, Rose Cuckold again. I don't have to name names. You know them all. Eleganzo. We talked about this the other day. We talked about it the other day, as a matter of fact, when I was talking about other people in this community. Yeah, I guess I'm on that kind of tear where people are starting to say shit that you shouldn't believe, and it's really bad. It is so bad. And the videos are out of control. Out of control. Everything is a UAP or UFO. Whatever term, whatever 3 letters you want to pick. I still love UFO because that's what it really is. And, still haven't seen a Tic Tac. Have you? No. Gonna talk about that. Why haven't we? Why haven't we? However, there are some cylinder videos. I think I have a new one that looks really, really good. A couple of these cylinders. Now we don't know if it's AI generated. So this is the problem we're going to have here on out. We have drones that look like, things we've never seen. They dress them up. They fly them around. They give them fancy lights, some sound. Next thing you know, you own a UAP. I own one. I could turn it into some sky demon. Maybe attach a tail to it that lights up with every turn. Oh, but there's the demon. It's in the sky. Somebody call 911. It's in the sky. It might be a no. Not a baba, a babam. What movie? Airplane. Airplane 2. Who's here tonight? Let's do a little roll call. What do you say, everybody? Welcome to GUFON. Beza, how you doing? Hey, everyone. Rich, I was wondering if you... I've had the new chair since October 15th, the day before Milton arrived, Hurricane Milton. It's sitting out there, and I have to put another half hour into it. You know what? I'm going to finish it tonight. So when you see you'll see a new chair tomorrow, and maybe something else might be added. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Thank you for reminding me. Hey, Jeanette, the angel of GUFON. How you doing, lady? Over there across the pond. Thor Panku. Here comes Thor Panku. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Hey, the Dinkamazi. How you doing? Thank you. Did I, hold on. Did somebody, did I just see something happen? It's not, I only saw the one. Hold on, let me see. I hate missing these. Hey, Apostate Plus Tax, Glenn Collins, Gyro. How is everybody? Samo. See, I don't see it. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up a different way. Another glitch in the YouTube matrix. See all. What? Hey, man. This is weird. Oh, these are super chats from the other day. Why does it say February 16th? Did we do a show yesterday? Did I do a show yesterday? I don't remember doing a show yesterday. It was supposed to be the members show. I did a member show and I don't remember? Give me a break. No. I don't understand what's going on. It has to be the 15th, but it says the 16th. That was yesterday. Well, okay. So it wasn't a super chat. It was 25 months of, I think, Jeanette being a member. And I don't see anything else. Let me see here. What's up? Welcome to the show. Yeah. Apostate Plus Tax. How you doing? Hey, Billy Nice. Uh-oh. Oh, I got to plug in the phone. Schnikey. It's in the other room. 15%. I'll be fine. Yeah, I guess if you want to help support GUFON, Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all the links are in the show description. Huh? What's up, Publicity? Welcome to the... I don't see it. Time flew by today. Paula Faust, welcome to the show. Hey, Tony. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Hope you had a good weekend. Gyro, there he is. I don't see this thing. Oh, here it is. Jeanette Angel. So it celebrates 25 months of membership. Well, that's 2 years and a month. Dang. Mucho grazie, generosity, and others. who I was going to announce in a little bit. I was going to start announcing them at the top of the next hour, the new members that popped in or re-upped. What's this? Dr. Greer out another prediction of alien sometime. You got me because I didn't know what you said. That's funny. Sometime between 72 hours and 100 years. That's actually realistic. Hey, who's this guy? Phil McCorrick gifted a GUFON membership to Venus. Miranda, hey, Venus? How you doing? Hope you had a nice weekend as well. You probably worked too, right? Well, that's nice. Thank you, Phil McCorrick, for gifting Venus Miranda, also known as Venus, a GUFON membership. It's a good time. It's a good time. You'll see. It's coming. Yeah. Thank you. I like this. You were the first in your, I don't know if we were the first to get a color TV in the neighborhood. I think we were the second. I think the Alampis got a 25-inch, and then the Gallianos got this 25-inch color TV that was also furniture, and it was kind of like panoramic in furniture. And on either side were glass cabinets that you could put your components in, and maybe DVD, well, CDs, whatever you had back then. It wasn't until 2000 and, well, for me, the high def TVs started coming out, what, 2001? Because well, they were already out, but they were starting to get plasma. Because I remember when the Diamondbacks played the Yankees in the 9/11 World Series, Diamondbacks 1-7, goes down as probably one of the best World Series of all time. Maybe one or two, number one or two. It was phenomenal. And yeah, I bought a plasma TV. It was a wall model for $3,500, down from $6,000. Remember those prices? We bought it like, oh my God, look how much cheaper it is because it's been up as a display model. And it was a good Fujitsu plasma TV. That thing lasted, well, I mean, I sold it because, better TVs came out, but it weighed a ton. God, we all grew up at the best time to watch how TV has transformed from the way it was to full digital. Remember the announcement, we will no longer be using regular TV. We will all be switching. Final notice, December 25th, 2000, whatever year it was. That was huge. Remember when the internet, you ever see the older movies where they're searching on the internet and it says AOL? And then the email, it's like so ugly and it's its own entity all by itself. Then Yahoo was new. I love it. Love it. This computer age, it's phenomenal. So much fun. Did we get this technology, though, from Roswell? Or maybe, other found or crashed UFOs? Is that a possibility? Sure. Anything's possible. And we've heard all possibilities. Wouldn't you agree? We've heard them all. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a show to do. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. So welcome to GUFON tonight. There's just so many things. And the funny thing is, they tell us to believe something without any evidence at all, right? Take my word for it, it really happened. I'll give you an example of how shitty of a job they did just recently, which is why journalism isn't what it used to be. Rose Cuckold, also known as Ross Coulthart, however you say that name, comes into this field a few years ago with seemingly blind ambition. This guy's a go-getter. He was handed, I don't know how he got the job at News Nation, but he became the guy who interviewed the whistleblowers, first and foremost. It was amazing. I mean, he's been a part of UFO history in one of the most crucial parts I've ever seen, the most crucial time in ufology's history. We're finally seeing whistleblowers come out from the government, giving us a little bit of something. We're having congressional meetings. Look, I'm talking positively. This is weird. We're seeing congressional hearings. We're seeing other hearings, SCIF meetings, and all sorts of things. And now we have the new declassification scam. Sorry. God. With Anna Polunalina and her declassification, not only for ufology, but it's for all those conspiracy theories. JFK, MLK, JR, and all this other stuff. 9/11. What really happened at Roswell? All that stuff. It's all going to come out. And now they think, it was today or yesterday. Let me pull it up here. They think Trump is in on some bullshit. Like he already knows. He's already lying to. Of course he is. Because ufology has been run by that side of ufology for a good decade, right? Right? Easily, I would say, since 2015. Easily since then. Good decade. Oh, now that we have a different administration coming in, all deals are off? Or are we seeing some tomfoolery within the UFO community / political aspect? I don't like it. Now, I don't like how defensive they're getting with, Trump's gonna ruin it all. He's gonna ruin it all. He's gonna do something and he's gonna ruin it for everybody. Something like that. And I got the story in here somewhere. Let me pull it up. See where. No, we don't want to. No, we got some good sightings tonight. I think they're good. And then I want to talk a little bit about the plasma ball. Yeah. That I saw in my house that came through the window. You know the story. You don't? Well, you might hear it later if I remember to talk about it. Oh, what's this? Greer? Greer says the rogue / secret government is in possession of living ETs. Holy. And where they are located? They are located in places that need to be liberated. That is such a horseshit answer. I have never heard something so horseshittery. Greer says that he's working with special forces guys to go into these DUMBS, these DUMBs, the underground military bases. He also alludes to, in order to get those areas under control and release the captive / refugee ETs. He acts like he's in Vietnam. This sounds way too much like Phil Schneider, but then again, this is from UAP1 saying this. I think everything is back on the table after the reality of psionics and abductions are slowly going mainstream, which is bullshit. That psionics is so, oh my, I can't wait. Oh, it's so bad. Why is it bad? All right, I'll tell you what. The ideology of the psionics is fine. It's the people that are running the show that aren't fine. Okay? And we'll talk about that another night. I'm not prepped and ready to go into the psionics discussion here in full detail, but I don't like it. No, you don't like it because it's something new. It's not new. This is just people changing the terminology and the research into another, I don't know, genre of choice. I mean, you know, you pick it, it becomes reality. We've seen this show before. This isn't anything new. Nothing new. Okay. Let me play this clip with, I think this is, what show is this? Danny Jones? Really? Danny Jones. I thought his name was something else. Here, check this out. Oh, wow. It's a 3-minute clip. We'll play a minute.
I think you've said it before, but you believe that people, organizations, whether, I don't know if you were talking about the government or if you're talking about these rogue groups, have possession or captive alien bodies.
Yeah, they have living ones as well.
They have living ones, and who is this? Is this the government or is this rogue organization?
No, it's the rogue government. It's the secret government, and those are in places that need to be.
I guess everything I've read is what he's saying here, so I don't think it's necessary for me to play it all. However, again, they find a loophole. When I mean they, I mean the people who think they have the answers to everything ufology. And that's Greer. He knows it all. He's in the thick of it. And with the finger in the ear, he tells us, you know, it's a secret government. Really? Yeah. Secret government.
Let's call liberated. And
yeah, and that could be Africa. That could be Ukraine. That could mean China. Come on, Greer. That could mean Mecca.
Do you know where they are?
Not precisely. I have a very good idea. So one of the things we have mapped are the underground entry points, and then and the connectivity. Say you have the Edwards complex, and then you have east of there what's called the Ant Hill, and those are entry points into underground subterranean facilities or bases, but they connect underground to Nellis and out to the northern net. So it's an underground.
In the it's coming up.
That's what they call it, an ant hill. If you go to an ant farm, you go in and there are all these connections, right? So we have a very good idea of where those are, and some of the whistleblowers we're working with know even more. And
hey, you know what? You, me, everybody can make a guess on where they're at. The aliens that are alive and captive. Right? Hey, why doesn't he just say it? Just say it. Cambodia? No. What is Cambodia? No, you don't have to do. SIBO? No.
And that needs to be provided to people in the U.S. government so that they can get control of those. And there are some very brave men I'm working with who have been special forces guys who are prepared to go in and get those facilities.
What are you waiting for? Dude, you've been around for 30 plus years. What are you waiting for? Well, we don't really know specifically. He doesn't even know specifically where it is, and we're getting a team together to go get it. We're going to go steal everything. Is that what he's saying? We're prepared to go in and get those facilities
under control.
Under control. Excuse me? How? That has never happened in the history of ufology. Tomb raiding. By the way, I fell asleep a couple of times watching Tomb Raider with what's her name? I mean,
and also to liberate those people.
That's crazy too.
Yes, thank you for saying that's crazy.
These things are so smart and so advanced. How are they going to let one of their own be captive by us?
Well, that's a lot of people say that, but just because you're advanced doesn't mean terrible things don't happen. I mean, technically you could throw a bunch of spears by cavemen into the rotors of a Sikorsky helicopter and jam it up and have it crash. So, bad things happen. Of course, being a trauma guy, I mean, you just see the weirdest things happen. So just because they're very advanced, people conflate that with being infallible.
Right.
Well, I mean, God's infallible, but certainly no individual person or civilization's infallible. So this concept that just because they're extremely high tech and bright mean they're infallible, no.
That is a nice answer. However, it's the only answer he can give. If these aliens have the technology that every whistleblower that's come forward, an abductee has said, where they saw technology, being used and all that. It doesn't seem that more advanced than what we have today. Images, on the walls, or, images in the middle, and, floating around in 3D holograms. All that stuff is now. And 50 years ago, you could have found out about it. What science was trying to do, science is actually trying to make the Jetsons be real. Yeah, I mean, those shows were a dime a dozen back in the day, in the 60s. So it really isn't that unusual that Betty and Barney Hill had this experience of being abducted. It's possible there was some sort of visitation that started in the 40s, maybe. I want to say around that year, Kenneth Arnold and all that summer, 1947, was a very pivotal year in ufology. Probably the biggest. Uh-oh, I got a message. The biggest turning point ever. Aliens, we captured. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Sorry, it was an accident. We just went through that a few years ago. Off-world vehicles. Sorry, that was a typo. It wasn't off-world vehicles. It was vehicles that, were off the world for a second, in space. That was terrible what they did. The next day, they put up a new, this is what we really said. They want us to believe this story. Now, we went from the Tic Tac, right? The gimbal. Those were really the main topics that people were focusing on. The main, if you want to call it evidence, that people were researching and looking into. Is it real? Is it fake? Is it a plane? Is it a drone? We don't know. The thing is, we still don't know 100%. We still don't know. No. It's so twisted. I don't know. I want to say that was a drone. I don't think that was a real UFO. There's more to the video I want to see. We don't see the whole thing. We see very little. Right? So they're hiding shit. Whether the video would show us what it really is or isn't. But when the drone incursion started in November last year, the news couldn't get enough. Right? Why? What was going on at that time? Oh, Trump became president. Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And they created this imaginary fear of the unknown. And they throw in Jake Barber in the mix, you know, towards that, and decline. And when the drones were starting to seemingly slow down after Trump was inaugurated, just kept the story. Got to keep it going. Hey, did you think that egg was Jake Barber's egg that he was talking about? I thought that was the video he was a part of. Nope, it wasn't. We don't even know for sure if he even had an experience. How do you like them apples now? He's a good actor. He brought on a little bit of tears. It's a good one. Lou wouldn't cry. He got choked up once, I think. It's hard to tell if he was choked up from emotions or submarine sandwich. But I ain't buying it. Why would they now show us this egg video? Why? Why would they show that? And not only was it a horrible video that looked like that inflatable balloon that we talked about in the harness, everybody knows. Why do this story? It only worked if Jake cried. If he didn't get emotional and he didn't pull that off as well as he did, he wouldn't have been that believable. But when you go back and you listen to it and you watch it, knowing that is not his video, it doesn't make it that more credible for me. It makes it less credible now. I want to see, got to declassify it. Well, he talked about it. I want to see it. Just give us a shot. Give us a 3-second clip. Can't do it. You see? Don't discredit a hero. He's a hero. So you got the government giving us, didn't he go to Dopser and get approval on what he can and cannot say? Not really a whistleblower, if you ask me. More like a chicken shit who's making believe something happened. I can make myself cry here in 5 seconds. All I gotta do is think about yesterday. See? Not that hard if you're an emotional person. It's not that hard if you're trained to be that crying guy. I was going somewhere with that. What's this? Oh, my phone. Shit, 9%. I got a charger in the other room. I got a few of them. I don't have one here. I need to put this on the charger. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to play this.
No, is it that often that it happens? No, it doesn't. The one site I was over, I was told there were 1 or 2 ET craft per year downed. And I went over 2 black sites. And so, 2 to 4 a year over a big area of that part of the desert. So it's not like they're dropping out of the sky like flies, is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's still terrible. But then remember, we have sites like that all over the world, outback of Australia, South America, all around. Mm-hmm. And it's still tragic, and it shouldn't be happening. And when there are ones that are living, they just don't flat out kill them. They would prefer to interrogate them and keep them. And so they're
All right. Hold on. Yep. Oh. What is this? There we go. Your mama don't dance and your daddy loves rock. What is that song? There we go. So not only are we dealing with the government script that we've got this egg-shaped, crashed object in a net that looks just like a balloon thing we have here, we use in the military. I know it looks just like it, but it's not it. It's not. It is. And the story's bullshit, I bet. Because if that is not, first of all, it's not Jake Barber's balloon. It's not his video. That to me is deceptive. And that is another thing I did want to touch on. I touched on this the other day when I was talking about this. And this is Rose Cuckold. This is the role he has taken as shyster to be disinfo man, which I think he is in a way. Now, what does that say about News Nation? I can't really blame them for wanting to put these stories out there. I get it. But to not tell everybody in the beginning of that interview with Jake Barber that is not his video we're going to see. This is, from a training, whatever it's from. And we all went into there thinking that was his experience right there on video too. I didn't like that. That's why I was riveted by the story. We're all like, wow, we're getting video evidence from the guy who said this happened, and here it is. And then, the object's on the ground rolling super easily, like, there helium in there? I mean, what's these creases? Yeah, it was weird. And come to find out, we're being bullshitted. I believe so. I do. I really do. And what bothers me is, Rose Cuckold bringing us now another story from, a whistleblower who's supposed to be a credible person. But then again, now I look at Rose Cuckold the same way I look at Greer, the same way you look at Corbell, right? The same way you look at a bunch of these people who lean a certain way and believe a certain thing without any kind of evidence to back it up. I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. I haven't seen the evidence. And now Jake Barber's talking about, I can summons these things. Oh, can you? Huh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. These egg things fly 10,000 miles an hour, he said. Yeah. Amazing. He knows a lot. Yeah. It's amazing how one guy can have all this. You know what I mean? I need to be set in a recess like that. There we go. Let me pull this up and let's take a listen to this for 46 seconds. Shall we?
I can make the eggs show up, and we have, and we've demonstrated.
Sorry. He just said, I can make the eggs show up. What? I'll play it and then we'll go back.
Make the eggs show up, and we have, and we've demonstrated it post-program, and we did it in August.
Oh my God.
In broad daylight.
Oh my God, that's awful.
At the moment,
It's
we
garbage.
elicited the egg flies by in dead silence, moving at 10,000 miles per hour.
All right, one more.
Guy in the white tan suit.
Dude, this is the
Everyone likes to
worst.
ask, why am I not afraid that someone's going to try and silence me with death?
Nobody is, because
There
you don't
are
have any
people
evidence.
that have died, who were coming out and who were speaking out on our activities.
Anybody you know?
Yes.
Can you say anything more?
No.
Of course he can't. Can't say anything. Guys, this is so embarrassing. Look at the evidence. Do you know how much garbage flies around the sky? You, me, my grandma, and she's dead, can all get this footage. This is nothing new. This is absolute garbage. Look at, I mean, they're out of focus, overexposed. There's no detail. That could be absolutely anything. And I don't even know if this corresponds to the story we're talking about. But obviously they're making it look that way. Come on, man. You know what? My footage, it should be rated the best in history unless Billy Meyer's proven to be legit. This is garbage. Absolute embarrassing garbage. And anybody who believes it, yeah, I feel sorry for you. I do. I really do. It's a shame that they do this to us. To the American people. Show us that crap. And tell us that, oh, that's the UFO I saw. What? You can't tell what that is. You see, when they try to tell you that your eyes are lying to you, that's how you know it's bullshit. Don't trust your lying eyes. How many times have you heard that? Believe the government, not your lying eyes. How dare your eyes tell you something completely different? And along with the fake news, we have fake whistleblowers like Lou Eliganzo, the man who tells us nothing every single time we hear him speak. Yeah, we got him here. Hey, he says a UFO whistleblower. Oh, well, hold on. Jurassic erase. Erase what I just said. Erase. Lou Eliganzo claims a major event is coming very soon. What event or major revelations is he talking about? The game. Why can't he just tell us? See, that to me is such an asshole thing to do. Because whatever he has in mind, whatever event's going to happen, he wants to cash in on it. Or else he would tell you. Well, here's what's supposed to happen. I don't know. Just say that. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, whoa. You know? Oh, you heard it from me. Why not do that? Get some clout. You ain't got none. You ate it. What you did. You ate your clout.
A very major event, which I'm not going to discuss here right now because it's going to be evident anyways, probably within the next week or two.
What happened? Did something happen? A major event. Oh yeah, Trump's going to be inaugurated on the 20th, so that's a perfect time to put out those, fear-mongering tactics. Something big. I need clout. Ma! I need clout. Lots of it. Clown. Or maybe even sooner. What major event happened? What happened? What happened? What happened, Raging Against Machine Dan Peters? How is everybody this evening, huh? Henry Sterling made it. Zach Diecast Monsu, how you doing? Good to see you. Who cares? Exactly. How you doing, Tacey Hale, Tony? David Wilcox, not. Welcome. Craig William, how you doing? So, this is what I don't like about ufology. That's one of the things. You have some, like, this is what the grifters do, right? Jeremy Corbell, I've got evidence that I'm not going to show you until I get confirmation, right? Then you go, listen, then you go to people like, who's that other person? Who's the other person? Who's the other person that grifts like that? Oh, James Fox. I have evidence that it is going to change everything we know. And for 1995, you can see it in my movie when it comes out next month. No thanks. Not interested. Totally. Let me tell you this. I won't spend the money, but other people might. And if they do, if something riveting happened, I'm sure I'll hear about it. Guess what? Movie came out, nothing happened. Terrible. Terrible. If you have the evidence, show it. What's the big idea? Richard Dolan, Richard the Dick, does the same thing. We're going to show something, but we're going to do it in a pay for disclosure, and you can do that for $39.95, and you might or might not see something, change history, but it's worth every dollar. Right? Behind that paywall, there you go. Got to do a paywall. Pay for disclosure. We don't do that here, do we? No. That's how you know who's in it for the right reasons. There's nothing wrong with making money as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. Capiche? Like, I don't like these guys, man. Tim Galladay, this guy's now, he's on radar for sure. Well, he was, but now he's really up there. Yeah, look at Stephen Greenstreet did. Me up there. There we go. So, UFO witness Tim Gallaudet testified to Congress that UFOs are interacting with humanity, and we need to boldly face this new reality. But when Congress followed up with written questions, Gallaudet admitted that he has no evidence and knows basically nothing. Answer: I have seen no evidence of and have no knowledge. Answer: I do not have a sufficient understanding of physics. Answer: I've seen no evidence and have no knowledge. Answer: I have seen no direct evidence. Answer: I have seen no direct evidence. Answer: I have heard one report. UFO witness Tim Gallaudet's written answers to Congress, November 13, 2024. Total, it's not right, man. What's that? House Oversight Committee question and answer. I should go over that. But that way we would be here all night. That seems like a good thing to talk about maybe tomorrow. Jeff Willis will be here Wednesday. I think. Is it Wednesday? I think so. Put me back in there. Some sightings here. A Zulu shaman talks to UFO researcher John Mack and describes his abduction with aliens in 1959 Africa. Have you ever seen that video? It's actually amazing. Here, I'm going to play it. I like this. This is a good one. This is a good one. Really is. Some people just seem believable. You know what I mean?
They looked like dolls. They looked so incredible that I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My mind faintly registered the spectacle. I wasn't even scared, just mildly surprised and stupefied. These things were moving towards me. There were 5 of them, and before I knew what was happening, one of them, the tallest and the largest by far, was very, very close to me. In fact, the damn thing, please forgive my word, was standing less than 8 inches away from me. It was short. It had a very large, round, hairless head.
Penis?
It had long, black eyes, jet black eyes. It had small nostrils, no ears, and a slit of a mouth. Its neck was long, almost shaped like that of a crane. And the creature wore a garment which covered it from the soles of its feet right neck.
Can I say something really funny here? Well, observing. Compare his background to mine. He's got, like, I have the flag. He's got that round cross circle thing, right? I have an alien in the corner. He's got Zulus and alien figures in his corner. The wall, kind of, you know, and maybe a little different. I'm more digital, but, you know, it's very funny how it's similar. And yet, 100 years ago. How many years ago is it? 1959, 70 years? 64?
The
Amazing.
garment reached up to the creature's wrists. Its hands were bare. The creature came towards me, and for a few moments we stared at each other, and I was conscious of a strange, revolting smell that emanated from the creature, a smell that somehow chilled the blood in my bones. I wanted to move, to run away, but my body would not obey the commandments or the commands of my mind. This creature was something to be feared, I sensed. There was something cold and unbelievably unfriendly in the creature's expression. It was a living thing, of that there wasn't the slightest doubt. It was human-shaped, but its face was utterly alien.
A warrior Zulu. No, that wasn't a suspicious clearing of the throat. But kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of dig that story, man. You know why? It's different. And we haven't seen another one like that since. And that was in 59. 69, 79, 89, 99, 09, 19, and 6. So 66 years ago. Amazing. Nothing has changed. Don't you see? We're still in the same situation. We're still talking about the aliens with the big eyes and the horrible smell. You know? God. The reason I say that, the way I say that, because we aren't going to, everybody thinks disclosure is coming. We're getting closer, more evidence. No. We go through this every 5 to 10 years. They got to keep the funding going. They got to keep the fear going. They're going all in with this mind meld, that you could, consciousness could, and then you might bring them in. You can talk to them. They can hear you. They can hear your thoughts. You don't have free will. How's that one? We must be the most miserable species to ever exist if they don't give us free will. They give us the illusion of free will because that's the story. Well, let me tell you something. If that's the illusion of free will and this is it, this is the reality, we're in prison. We're in prison. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't. And I'm worried about what's being kept secret that we can't see. Why is it that those people can see it? Is it because people as a unit are okay, but as a bunch they get violent? Got it. I watch Men in Black 2. Got it. That makes sense. So why not do this? Why not pick a regular citizen, one from each state? Just do it here in America. The world can watch. And take them, sequester them, take them away to an island and show them the truth. See if they can handle it as a group of 50 people, all supervised, all recorded, it's documented. Like, we're not seeing, the public won't see it. But if they took these people, these individuals, right? Random. There's no bias. Doesn't matter how rich you are. It's a lottery. One person from each state. Give them the truth. If they can handle it and survive it and understand it, then they can be released back into their public domain and tell the world of what the government has or what the government knows. I don't see why we can't do that. I'll tell you why. You want to know why? Because the government's already tested us. Probably a lot. Probably in different parts of the country. Probably the Phoenix Lights were a test to see how the media might handle it, how civilians can handle it. It's a perfect place to do a dry run. In case something goes wrong, there's a lot of places you could land safely in Phoenix. The whole state, up in, southern part anyway. Pretty safe, as long as you don't hit a saguaro cactus. However, that in 1997, almost 30 years ago, could have been a test. Did we pass? Did we fail? Were they able to keep it a secret? Yes to all of that. But guess what? In 1997, and the reason it hasn't happened since, there were no cell phone cameras like we have today. You barely had a camcorder. I had one. You know, I have one, but I didn't see that. And I don't know. I think I was working when that event took place, March 13th, 1997. As a matter of fact, I was. I remember. It just, no evidence. Just the flares that were dropped at 10 o'clock. And then you go to 2000, I think it was 05, and you have the O'Hare incident. That happened on the runway. And a lot of people saw it. A lot of employees saw it. They put a shush on them. And the media wasn't allowed to talk about it after that first day. The video evidence, nobody knows what it is. There's video evidence out there, but there's like fakes mix in with it, and you don't know. Don't know which is the real thing. Something happened. But I don't think it punched a hole in the cloud. I took pictures of like 5 of those clouds a couple of weeks ago driving to Orlando. Very common. Anyway, but it sucks. Anyway, let's I'm gonna play this. So let's look some evidence. This man captures something, what he says. It could be interdimensional, but it's an invisible entity. And they caught it on his trail cam. In the 3, 2, a goo.
I saw and I can't explain it. So if you have seen anything like it, please feel free to let me know what you think it is in the comments. Frankly, it has me pretty spooked. Never captured any footage, but tonight was different. I saw and I can't explain it. So if you
can't do this to people. Look at this thing. Look at this. Come on. Is it a cloak? Like, look at that. It's gotta be, I believe it's a trick. It's a camera trick. Like the guy's just, it's a rebounding of light. Visuals. I don't know, but these images are sometimes accidentally caught, right? And you're like, hey, and like maybe somebody or something's walking off to the side, but somehow the camera is picking up on it and it's trying to make sense of what it's seeing, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. And the glowing eyes. I watch. And I am not ashamed at all to say this. I watch Nuke's Top 5 a lot. Like, I've seen all the videos, so I'm up to date. Some of the stuff, there's no way people faked it. Especially when you have babies, you know, that get pushed over, or it looks like their fingers bend back. You know what I mean? Unless, you know, the mother and father are into hurting their children. Really weird stuff. And it happens. And I know it does. I live it. I don't talk about it like I used to because it sounds crazy and I want to get it on video. And I got some stuff. Yeah, finally did. Set the camera up. The door opened, slammed shut. Slammed! Woke me up. So I go, oh, before I get up out of bed, let me look on the camera history. Oh! Oh my God! It's fun. It is. I don't know if you guys remember when, like the first year I was here, the cabinets out there underneath my sink, which are still tied with string, would open and slam shut, open, you know? And I heard it during the show once. Got up and, you know, if that door is open, you can see them. You can see the cupboards. So I think you can see them. Maybe one. I'm not sure. But haven't heard anything. Remember the spoon? Don't know. No activity. It's weird. But other stuff's been happening. I showed you the picture of the apparition going through that door that opened. It was it. Love that picture. I never caught anything like that. That was cool. Anyway, it's fun if you're doing it and doing it for the right reasons. But when you got people who are lying, cheating, and stealing their way, and they make it to the mainstream media and they trick everybody but you, and you're screaming, it's not real. It's fake. He didn't. Oh, he's lying to you. And nobody wants to listen. They just want the world to see an anomaly from Jeremy. See? Jeez. All right, I got more. Oh, I got a lot of more. So this person says there's orbs that are over and under the water. And the water is bubbling, he said. So let's take a look at this. This is interesting. I didn't watch the whole video because I didn't want to ruin the coolness of it. But I did a little jumping around and it looks cool. And goosh. Sound? No sound. This is it. I'm going to put unidentified object. Yes, I'm not sure. I'm going to connect that up. Hey, there's no confess that on the UFO. What? Yes, we're trying to comparison to the UFO. Right. Anything else? No. Now go away. You go away. I don't want to go away. Shut up. I can't stop. All right. So what do you think? Is this a reflection from the sky? Is that what it is? Or is it really in the water? It's a good one. It's in the water. It looks like it. Yeah, no, that's an airplane or something up there. But it's pretty cool. I don't know what that is. Could it be divers? If it was, they would have more, like a boat would be right near them, securing that they don't get bumped into, you know, run over. Is the wait, what's going on? Look at this. Oh, I didn't see that in the beginning. I was just looking here. Is that bubbling? What? Hold on. What's going on? What's over here? Is that land? I don't want to play. I don't like this game no more. I'm so confused. All right, I don't know. You guys figure it out. That's pretty cool though. It looks like it's Boobale. Is it Boobale? Boobale. Boobale. All right. Boobale, Boobale. Well, yes, they call him the Juice, the Streak. But you can call him Unique. Remember that song? Yeah, The Streak. What was that guy's name? Glenn Stevens or something like that? Oh, there he goes, running through the cold gates, through the fruits and vegetables, naked as a jaybird. I hollered over to Ethel and I said, "Don't look, Ethel." It was too late. She already been mooned. You ain't gone, boogity boogity. They ain't gone, boogity boogity. And you can call him the whatever. Well, you can call him the Streak. True. And we're here at... Oh, that's right. They did like a little newscast about the guy streaking around. Now I remember. And every time it was the guy's wife, the same lady and husband. I hauled over to Ethel and I said, "Don't look, Ethel." It's too late. She already been cream pied or something like that. I don't know. No, they didn't. I don't think cream pie was a thing back then. I mean, it probably was a thing, but I don't think they called it a cream pie. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, there's supposed to be an asteroid with a chance that it could hit Earth in 2032. Just letting you know. I don't want to play the clip. An asteroid may hit Earth just before Christmas in 7 years. We'll know soon when NASA Webb tracks its next month. Then we'd need to decide how to best deflect it. Deflect it? Oh, they're serious, eh? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, can't stop. I want to show you this next UFO. This one is really good. You just might want to pay attention to this one. This one I watched. I had to because somebody said watch this, so I did. And then I said, wow, I could use this for the show. And they said, exactly. So thank you to that person for this. Oh, no, this isn't it. There was something else. Yeah, this isn't real. I'm joking with you. Yeah, I don't think that's real. It looks fake to me. Just saying. I mean, it really does. And there they go. Hey, what do I always talk about, Goofonians? Hey, Rich Leadfoot, what do I always talk about? How these fakers always go in and out of focus for no reason, right? They do it here too, see? Oh, they already got it focused, and then we'll show everybody that we could focus it again. Perfect, right? Wait, nah, forget. Too good to be true. Get it out of there. Right? Like, why do that? It's so stupid. It's the oldest trick in the book. That's how you know it's fake. The unnecessary, yet necessary to the faker to do that. And I don't know why. I don't know. It's like a signature. It's weird. It's like they got to show you how good they are at focusing. Hey, look how quick I can focus, Johnson. Isn't it Zoom? Whatever. No. Focus and Zoom are two different things, people. You can focus in on something, which means you're sharpening the picture. Zooming in means it's already sharp. You're just bringing it closer. Capiche? Now you know. It's my PSA for tonight. For those filmmakers out there, I didn't even know how to place people on how to talk. Like, I didn't even know where to, I had people looking at the short side instead of looking into the long, having this space open here, but I get them up against the wall and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Stupid move. Like, who would do that? An idiot would do that. I did that. If it wasn't for third phase of moon, I wouldn't be the professional I am today. Just saying. All right. I want to show you the when it comes to focusing, mysterious creature. Oh, this is weird. Spotted 800 meters deep. What is it? Here we go in 5. I say 4, then there's 3, a little bit 2, and then we go 1.
I'm seaweed, man. I got limbs. You got the rent. I'm an octopus. That's my belly. Look at how big it is. Those are my legs. Look at how long they is. That's my fur coat. Look at how nice it is.
Oh, all right. I got lost into the what he would sound like if he was on land. Pretty weird. Pretty weird. Now we've got some good ones. An American Airlines pilot reports long cylindrical object, cigar-shaped UAP, zoom right by while flying over New Mexico. We're going to play it for you, my friend. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, uno. Yep. See? Perfect. No, there's more. Let me open it up there. It wasn't opening. Do it again. Take 2. Hey, let's play. Just go. Play. That looked good. Didn't that look good? It looks real. It looks real. All right, let's see it in slow motion. Sorry. Do it again. This time a little slower. Here it comes. There she goes. Here it comes. And there it goes. Oh. It's so grainy. I don't like these potatoes. Why is it? Hey, Dan, how you doing? Why is it anytime there's an incredible piece of video, it's got to look like this? It can never be perfect. Why? Brad, why can't this be better? Why? What year was this? God. Oh, I swear. What kind of phone is that? What year? It did go by pretty fast, right? If that's real. I want to take a look at the natural. Look. See, doesn't the flow seem legit, though? Watch. That looks good, man. It does. That is good. I don't know, man. Even when they turn to the left, it's not like they zip their camera over like the fakers do. to make it dramatic. They're like casually turning it. Probably their head already is like, hey, whoa, what the? And they know they don't have it on camera anymore. So no reason to zip the camera from left to right or right to left in a dramatic fashion. It might be legit. Just going by some things that, I don't know. It's pretty wild. I don't know, guys. I don't think it's over Phoenix. Valerian the Mac, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Doesn't say. Let me see. Over New Mexico, next door. Interesting. And we all know what's in New Mexico, don't we? Hey, Rish. What's up, Jaime? I know what's in New Mexico. What's that? Albuquerque. Yep. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, Rish. What is it, Jaime? Nothing. No, come on, tell me. Everybody wants to know. Hello? So, shot down spy balloon in 2023 was not Chinese after all. How do you like them apples? How do you feel about that? It was all American. Biden lied and was spying on American citizens. How does that make you feel now? See, that won't happen now, but it happened with Obama, Bush, right? Right after 9/11, remember? Bad. Bad. All they have to do is ask, would you let us see your phone records? Hell no. Well, here we go. Here's the story of some bullshit glory.
After a mysterious Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina, we are learning new details about what was apparently inside. The balloon was shot down by the U.S. military over the Atlantic Ocean back on February 4th of 2023 after flying over Alaska, across the U.S., and then over to the East Coast. A report published by Newsweek now states the balloon contained technology from at least 5 American companies. The report states inside the balloon were a satellite communication module, sensors, and other sophisticated surveillance equipment, some of which was held in a foam cooler. The FBI has not responded to any questions about the report. Now, back when the balloon was first spotted, the Chinese government claimed it was a weather balloon that blew off course, but U.S. intelligence agencies found it was actually being used for spying. U.S. intelligence officials have said that the information captured by the balloon was not successfully relayed to China.
Terrible. Terrible. Do you see what, I don't know, what, disinfo, misinfo, bad info, bad journalism. Bad. And it has to stop. And being in ufology, we need to call out the liars who are journalists making claims they can't back up, and they never back up. And they do it for listenership, viewership, whatever shit they want you to listen to them peddle. Embarrassing, and it's watering down the good parts of ufology. People are having a harder time more than ever finding the good shit, the truth, without having to run into all the lies, all the stories, all the claims, especially by Rose Cuckold, Jeremy Corbell, and James Fox. Those are your 3 main culprits right now. Throw in Christopher Bledsoe, and a couple other morons out there trying to pull one over on the gullibles, we've got a bad problem. You may think it's small. Well, it's only a few people. We saw what only a few people did to the last 4 years of this country. Anything's possible. And we can't stand idly by and allow them to get away with the bullshittery. You got to be in on this with me. You got to. You got to. Either that or you just don't give a shit. And you know what? That's okay too. That's okay. Not everybody has a reason to be here. I have a reason to be here. I want answers to what happened to me. Right? I don't know if I was abducted, but gosh darn it, many people think it might have happened, and I would like to know. Who's doing implant removal? Who is doing reverse hypnosis? What is it? Is that what it is? Reverse engineering hypnosis? Who's doing that? Who? Those are important. Yeah, I don't. Nobody. I think there might be. I don't know. If I have something in my foot, hear me out. I have something in my foot. And I don't know, for some reason, every time I go through a metal detector, it goes off. Every time I walk through an automatic door, it doesn't work. Something happens. You know, when I walk up to, a stranger's car, the alarm goes off. I'm just throwing examples up because you got something in your foot. You don't want to tell anybody it's an implant, but there's something there that affects electronics. Who do you go to? Don't go to the news because they tell their boss. I got a story. A guy says he's got an implant in his foot. Seems pretty real. I put my keys up to his foot and they stuck there. It's a magnet in the guy's foot. That was probably just a magnet in the guy's foot. No, you don't get it. It can download shit. Huh? What? What? Yeah, you heard me. So now all of a sudden, oh my God, somebody's listening because we just found out everybody's listening all the time. The government's listening in and got this tip from, somebody listening. And they're coming to thwart it. They're coming to stop it. Can you do it before they get to you? That's the question, Johnny. Oh yeah, it's a race for humanity. Anyway, this kind of stuff only comes around once. And then you got to come up with something new. Did you just get hungry? I just got really hungry. No, I really did. It's like a switch. Like I'm sitting here ready to say something, and all of a sudden I'm hungry. Wow, I'm really hungry. You know what I'm in the mood for? Pizza. Panda. Or pasta primavera. No, I just had to use a P. I'm really hungry. That's weird. Anyway, we have nobody doing implant removals, and we need somebody to do that. I'm going to look around and see if there's anybody doing that. Alien implant removals. Who's doing it? Was there ever a predecessor? Or did he have some sort of, what do they call those people that watch them? Servant? What are they called? What are those people called? Pudding. Yes, pudding. We live in a time where the mainstream media is telling you, listen to this is amazing what's going on right now. They're allowing this to get out. They're allowing. Mainstream media is allowed, and I say that again and again, is allowed. They are allowed to tell you and show you an egg-shaped object, and the story that came with it was one of consciousness, spiritual, and eternal, loving, emotional, empowering, humbling, enlightening. Godlike. But it isn't. It's a balloon with a buffoon who's getting messages from a goon who wants us to believe we landed on the moon and there were aliens sitting on the crests of craters in their big ships with the message that reads, feels, and delivered telepathically. Don't come back. Go home. Get out of here. Scram. Get off my lawn. Oh, but we didn't, did we? Not even the threat of a city-sized ship. Now, I'll take that back. Of a block, 100-foot ship. Not even the sight of several of those would scare us into not going back. Oh, we're going back 5 more times. Yeah. You're going to have to kill us. Can you imagine? You don't think the other astronauts knew? You don't think they knew what those guys said they saw or whatever? Don't you think they would be distracted? I would be a nervous wreck. Every second could be your last. Aliens told us. Did you hear what I said? Aliens, John. They told us not to come back. What did we do? We came back. And guess, you and me came back. We're the idiots. We're going to die here. You understand? Oh, they're not going to die. So what? What do you think, the aliens are going to kill us on TV? You got a point. You got a point. They said don't come back. I mean, why'd we come back? Who do we think we are? Who do they think they are? Oh, good point. Good. I didn't think of that. It's a good point. Their technology, if they're going to kill us, they're going to kill us. They haven't. They're not. Let it go and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the view, Rich. Look at this. Look at it. Look at the earth. Come on. Come here. Look. Would you just look? Yeah, you're right. It's beautiful. I just don't like being watched, you know? Let it go. What a story you have for your kids. Just let it go. Enjoy. And that's what they did. They went back to the moon and enjoyed it. They hit golf balls. They drove around on their golf cart. I don't know. What else did they do? They took a shit, in space. All sorts of stuff. So that's Americans. We say, F you to the aliens. Kill us. We're doing it. They must have been laughing their asses off. The aliens. See, they're not going to make it. Yeah. Anybody got any money down on Buzz Aldrin breaking his mask open? Anybody? I got 20 on Neil Armstrong falling down the ladder. They were probably having bets. Right? What did they call it? ABT? Alien betting table? I don't know. ABM, Alien Betting Moon. I'm just thinking. But we went back 5 more times. 6? Whatever it was. We had a good time. And guess what? At the end of it all, we gave the aliens the finger and disrespected what they said, ignored what they said. They told us, don't come back. Excuse me? You don't own the moon. You know who he's talking to? Do you know who you're talking to? Unbelievable. The balls on this alien. That's how they were talking. Freaking balls on this guy. And what do you think? You think you're smarter than me? Because you got 2 heads? All right. That's about it for tonight. I had enough fun. I want you guys to think about everything we talked about tonight and help support Truthology for Ufology. Did we get any more? Did we get any super chats? Did I miss it? Nathan from the Quantum Show? Yes, $1.11. Grazie, Nathan. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I didn't get that when it came out. I was probably talking. Let me see if it's still in my queue. What's up, Foghorn? Foglog? Joe Monk, what are you doing? How are you? Craig William. Oh, I heard that. Lunar Sparkles won. How'd he do? Long time no seesaw. Yeah, where are you, kid? Valerian the Mac. I can't believe he's back. Foglog. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, UFO 91. How you doing? I don't see that super chat. Samo. Yeah, I don't see it. Michigan UFO. Hey, Wayne, how you doing, Chief? Long time no seesaw. Hope everybody's doing good. Here it is. Nathan. Yahoo! Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Nathan's a continuing supporter of GUFON and a good friend of the show. Check out Nathan at the Quantum Show. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. You know I do. Yahoo! Good night, Paula. Everybody leaving. Yo, everybody's leaving. Where you guys going? Well, you said your show's over unless you got something else you want to say. Ooh. I think I might have something. One more here. Let me see. Let me just make sure. I do have stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. This is why I brought this up tonight about Rose Cuckold. Let me show you something. He says he brings in this UFO, and He's trying to make it look better than it really is, talking it up. Stephen Greenstreet posted this, and this is what Rose Cuckold is saying is an spirit orb.
Desert in the Australian interior. And so one of the things that a lot of the debunkers have been saying in response to this vision is that this is just backlit insects moving.
It is. Can't tell, but it is.
Moving, through a light that's illuminating the scene, and that they're out of focus insects.
Yep.
One of the things that Dr. Morgan was able to do was actually film insects in exactly the same scenario with the same camera and the same focus settings, and he was clearly able to delineate the insects and birds from whatever these objects are.
I don't buy it.
So whatever they are, they're anomalous. They appear to be intelligently moving through.
Every time people do that, they don't have the setting exactly the same. I have got to follow. We should stay on top of this, because that does 100% look out of focus.
Through the landscape, they seem to be curious, and the Aboriginal people have talked about these objects for thousands of years. They call them.
But here's what bothers me. There are real ones, man. But this isn't the guy. He doesn't know anything.
Spirits, spirit people. And essentially they are very, very similar. Dr. Morgan and his colleague have published a paper which explores this idea.
You can
They're
see
very,
the
very
wings.
similar to
It's
life that have been
flapping.
recorded.
And maybe it's not an insect. Maybe it's a bat. Maybe that's why the study isn't working. Oh my God, I have got to get into that. I got to find out what the hell they did. Are you kidding me? You can see the flapping.
Across the United States at various Air Force bases where there've been
That's
anomalous orbs basically going into buildings, and particularly other areas where there are nuclear weapons. And it's not a coincidence, I think, that this area of the Karajini Desert is very close to a major Australian base that's part of the US national deterrence. It's where communications are made with US nuclear attack submarines in the Indian Ocean. It's called the Harold E. Holt Naval Communications Station. So maybe, just maybe, this phenomenon is drawn to areas of national security interest. We just don't know. But Dr. Morgan and his colleague are doing much more rigorous investigations to try and get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Dr. Morgan wrote a research paper on these
Dexter
orbs, and
Morgan?
it wasn't accepted by the scientific community. Is that right?
There's a lot of dogmatic resistance in conventional science to the whole idea of anomalous phenomena, as you know, Natasha. There's a real resistance to even beginning the study. And it's full credit to Dr. Morgan that he's got the gumption and, frankly, the courage to come out and actually acknowledge that he's been filming these objects. He's been doing this in secret for quite some time. One of the biggest things we get from debunkers is they often say, oh, why do these incidents only ever happen over the United States and mainly over crowded cities or military?
Who says that? Nobody ever says that. Nobody. That's not a thing. There may be people say everything. Just because one person said it doesn't mean that's the belief of the ufology debunkers. That is so far from the truth. Do you see why he sucks? He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Oh my God, that makes me so angry.
Scientific community, is that right?
There's a lot of dogmatic resistance in conventional science to the whole idea of anomalous phenomena, as you know, Natasha. There's a real resistance to even beginning the study. And it's full credit to Dr. Morgan that he's got the gumption and, frankly, the courage to come out and actually acknowledge that he's been filming these objects. He's been doing this in secret for quite some time. One of the biggest things we get from debunkers is they often say, oh, why do these incidents only ever happen over the United States and mainly over crowded cities or military bases? And frankly, they don't. They are happening all over the world. And we're not saying they're alien. We're not saying they're necessarily anomalous. But what we are saying is that they should be investigated.
He is such a lying sack of shit. Nobody ever said that. Nobody.
And that's what Dr. Morgan and his colleague are doing. And they're not jumping to conclusions. They're taking very careful scientific measurements. They want to go back with new gear. They do detect changes in the environment that are consistent with anomalous phenomena, electromagnetic phenomena changes, changes in radiation. There's something going on, and they're trying to find out what it is.
It's very interesting, and I know you'll keep us posted. With the time we have, I do want to pivot away from UFOs quickly and focus on a man who is obsessed with space, Elon Musk. Of course, he's playing such a significant role in the U.S. government right now alongside Trump. You interviewed Musk in 2015 about SpaceX and Mars. What did you learn about Elon? What do you think people need to know about him?
I have to say, I was really impressed with Elon Musk. I went along thinking he was going to be another chief executive of an organization who didn't know anything about his supply line. But he showed us through the SpaceX facility personally, and he knew every single engineer. He knew every single person on every part of the line. And I'll wager he knew more about the particular science involved or the technology involved in building that part of whatever it was, be it a space rocket or a Tesla, than the person operating the system. He was very impressive, mind like a steel trap. I had the feeling that about 95% of his brain was working on some other problem while he did his main interview with me on the remaining 5%.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.
It's Natasha, not Natesha. Oh, Rich, that's his accent. Watch. Natasha. I can change it. So could Rose Cuckold. That's it for tonight. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the supporters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And help support Truthology for Ufology. Oh, I didn't check. Nothing on there. Okay. So, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same station. Jeff will be here Wednesday. Or is it Thursday? Well, he'll be here. Enjoy the rest of your President's Day, and we will do Truthology for Ufology. We'll do it for you again. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. How stupid I am. Nah, I take that back. Genius. Alien bless.
There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies of Israel, and why did it sound like the most treasured site in Christianity?